going to be San Juan Bautista candidate. We invited all the folks, and we're happy to have Mr. John Freeman, Councilmember John Freeman, here with us today. So running again for City Council. So, sir, you have 2 minutes. The floor is yours.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank Kate Roberts, Matt Huerta, and Rafael for putting this on, and Diane, who I don't know, but I'm really glad you did this. My plan for San Juan Bautista, you may or may not know that we've recently, in the past year and a half, added about 115 housing units to our housing stock, and that's a 20% increase. And I think if you put a 20% increase in any other city, you would say, oh God. And they're all single-family resident homes. I want to concentrate on multifamily housing and housing for seniors. And so if there's any other developments coming forward, which I know there will be, like Wayne, I want to put 40% of the above to include housing for seniors, such as condominiums, townhouses, and apartments. We are going to be working soon on a auxiliary dwelling unit ordinance so that homeowners can easily build what they want to build in their backyards for granny units or even rental units. One of the things I've always believed in is balanced growth. Balanced growth leads to smart growth. And if you ask me what I mean by balanced, I mean we also need a balance of light industrial and commercial space for the financial health of our city. Because most of you people probably already know that housing per se does not really pay the freight in the city compared to the services they use, while light industrial and commercial will actually add a little extra. So we need to have additional commercial and industrial space in our town. For that reason, I will be asking for a specific plan to the south side of Highway 156, so landowners there can decide what can be done with their land. So those are my plans for San Juan Bautista. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Well, let's keep you on. Well, actually, we asked you a series of questions as well.
Yes, I know that.
Just as we asked all the other candidates, and yours, some of them were the same, some were different. The first one about AB 388, same question as before. And the one about upzoning, that was the same question that we asked other candidates, so we know that one. This one, specific to your city, sir, should the city adopt a sphere of influence? I know that's an issue that's been talked about. Number 4, should the city prioritize investing in more rental housing for farm workers? Again, a farm worker housing question. Now, the water and wastewater master plan, that was, I know, very specific to San Juan Bautista, and I know that you guys are on the verge of, you made a lot of progress there, so we wanted to ask about that. And the thought behind this one is, along with that one, as well as a sphere of influence, if you were to adopt one, how would that help the city meet its housing needs? The 6th question is the adoption of an urban growth boundary. And I know that's another discussion that there's a body of folks working on that. So we thought to ask if it could bring opportunities for the city to meet its housing needs. And the last question is a Prop 15 question that we asked everyone.
Right.
So here are your answers. You have 3 minutes to discuss them and give your closing statements.
Thank you. San Juan is using the state ordinance right now, which is AB 3088, and as we've been previously stated, I believe it goes out of, let's say, the protections end against evictions at the end of February. So right now, renters in San Juan are protected from eviction due to COVID issues up until the state ordinance runs out. I'm quite sure that I know that I'd be more than willing to extend that as long as it's COVID related. Upzoning for duplexes and fourplexes, I already stated, we really already have enough R1 housing, and that we need a slightly denser mix of housing. One of the things we really pride ourselves in San Juan Bautista is having a walkable city. Like it's only 3 or 4 blocks from me to downtown to our fine restaurants and eateries and shopping centers. And it's that way for most of San Juan Bautista. And we want to keep that. That's one of our pride and joys of our historic cities. We need to build a little denser in some places and meet our regional housing allocation need. That's important. Some of that needs to be for farm workers also, because we just right outside our city limits are large spinach, lettuce, radish, all kinds of vegetables fields. Many of them are organic farms, and they use lots of farm work. So going on to the wastewater master plan, I am an incumbent right now, and I suggested that to my very first meeting I was elected on 4 years ago. I've been pounding on it for 3 years now. It finally got picked up and done. Admittedly, I had some help from the state water board when they started to sue us for $800,000, and our total yearly budget is only $1.8 million, so it's a lot of money for us. I do think that we can adopt an urban growth boundary because we don't want Hollister coming and invading us. So we really want to draw a ring around our circle and keep them out. So we're going to do that, and I think we have plenty of infill available in many spots, and we will be able to meet our RENA numbers and provide housing for seniors, farm workers, and low-income people. And do I support Proposition 15? I take a little bit different view. With the COVID, I think particularly the counties are going to need even more money. We have a very poorly funded public health department. They are doing a great job, but they need a lot of help, and I feel a little extra money would help. I know that this proposition started up in the Bay Area where large companies, let's just say Apple, Intel, those type of people, haven't been reassessed since the early 1980s, and they're paying 1980s taxes in 2020. And that's one of the reasons for this, and I basically support it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for your time and for your participation.
Thank you.